Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Wednesday. We've got 16 matchups on this MLB slate today, guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Almost at 20.3K subs, guys, so go ahead and keep up that work. And check out all my betting links in the description below. Really great promos, especially with DraftKings. Bet 5, get 150 in bonus bets. So go ahead and take advantage of that in the description below. Good promo to get in on the action today. A lot of great matchups. 16 matchups. Starting with the San Francisco Giants versus the Miami Marlins. Giants opening up as road favorites at -115. The Marlins -105 with the over-under at 8.5. Giants coming into this matchup 7-11. The Marlins 4-14. Pitching for the Giants is Keaton Winn with an ERA of 5.06. Pitching for the Marlins is Trevor Rogers with an ERA of 4.80. Winn, his last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Rogers, his last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The Giants coming off a Miami loss. Miami with the nice win yesterday, 6-3. Yeah, I think Miami's a good dog today. Rogers, been decent his last 2 starts on the mound for Miami. Win, nothing crazy. He's given up 2, 4, and 3 runs here. Really not impressed with the Giants. And I think I'm going to take a shot with the Marlins +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Baltimore Orioles. Twins opening up as slight road favorites at -115. Baltimore -105 with the over-under at 8. Twins coming into this matchup 6-10. Baltimore 11-6. Pitching for the Twins is Pablo Lopez with an ERA of 4.86. Pitching for Baltimore, currently it's TBA. So don't know who's pitching for Baltimore. Luckily, it is a 1 p.m. game, so we'll know that info, I'm sure, after I release this video. So be sure to check that whenever that info does get released. Lopez, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Coming off 2 bad starts on the mound, giving up 5 and 3 runs. Minnesota on a 3-game losing streak, coming off back-to-back Baltimore losses. And yeah, Baltimore's looked really good in this series so far, and Minnesota's struggled. Minnesota 0-6 against Baltimore, 2-5 on the road against Baltimore here. And not really in love with Lopez, coming off a 5-run game. I feel like it'll probably be a bullpen game for the Orioles. But getting them as an underdog today. They've kind of dominated this series so far. I'll take a shot with Baltimore +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at -140. The Pirates +120 with the over-under at 8.5. Pirates coming into this matchup 11-7. The Mets 9-8. Pitching for the Pirates is Bailey Falter with an ERA of 4.20. Pitching for the Mets is Luis Severino with an ERA of 4.80. Falter, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Severino, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Pittsburgh, back-to-back losses against the Mets. Haven't been able to cover on the run line. Mets playing well, 5-1 in their last 6. Pittsburgh is just 1-8 on the road against the Mets, 1-4 against the Mets. They've really struggled against the Mets here, and I don't know. The Pirates just haven't played that great in this series so far. Mets have pretty much dominated them. I think I gotta take a shot with the Mets at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Texas Rangers versus the Detroit Tigers. Detroit opening up as home favorites at -145. The Rangers +120 with the over-under at 7.5. Rangers coming into this matchup 9-9. Detroit 10-7. Pitching for the Rangers is Dane Dunning with an ERA of 4.50. Pitching for Detroit is Tariq Skubal with an ERA of 2.08. Dunning, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Skubal, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The Rangers, coming off a Detroit loss yesterday, 2-4. A nice win for Detroit here. The under's hidden. The Rangers, 12 of their last 17 on the road against Detroit, so maybe the under is a play. Dunning, he's given up 3 runs in each of his last 3 starts here. Skubal's given up 0 runs in 2 out of his last 3. Yeah, Skubal definitely the better pitcher on the mound here, with Dunning consistently just giving up 3 runs. And I don't know. I'm still not in love with Detroit. I think you're getting Rangers at a good value today, and I think Dunning can have he can have a better game for sure. Not give up 3 runs. We'll see what happens, but I'll take a shot with the Rangers plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the Houston Astros. Braves opening up as road favorites at -145. The Astros plus 120 with the over/under at 9. Braves coming into this matchup 11-5. The Astros 6-13. Pitching for the Braves is Max Fried with an ERA of 8.74. Pitching for the Astros is JP France with an ERA of 8.22. Fried, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. France, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 8 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Coming off some 3 bad starts on the mound here for France. Fried coming off his best start of the season, only giving up 1 run. Atlanta on a 3-game winning streak, back-to-back dominating wins against Houston. The struggles continue for Houston. They just have not played well to start the season. And yeah, I'm just not in love with the Astros. They're just not a team you can trust right now. They are playing very poorly, and I think I'm gonna roll with the Braves on the road here. Next matchup, we got a doubleheader between the Kansas City Royals versus the Chicago White Sox. That game yesterday did get postponed, so we're getting a doubleheader here today. The first game, Royals versus the White Sox. Royals opening up as road favorites at -200. The White Sox plus 160 with the over/under at 8.5. Royals coming into this matchup 11-6. The White Sox 2-14. Pitching for the Royals is Brady Singer with an ERA of 0.98. Pitching for the White Sox, currently there is nobody listed, which has been a common theme so far this season for the White Sox. They haven't listed their starting pitcher for several games this year so far. We'll see who ends up pitching for the White Sox in Game 1. Singer, his last 3 starts, he's only given up 2 total runs in 3 starts, so he's been very good on the mound. Royals coming off a White Sox win 2-0. Then the White Sox 1-9 in their last 10. Just been a real struggle for the White Sox. 4 of those 10 they haven't scored. So, and then 2 of them they got 1 run. So they have really struggled scoring here this season. The Royals 7-0 against the White Sox. I just don't have any confidence in the White Sox here. We're gonna roll with the Royals on the road in Game 1. Next matchup, we got Game 2 between the Kansas City Royals and the Chicago White Sox. Royals opening up as road favorites at -170. The White Sox plus 140 with the over/under at 8.5. Pitching for the Royals is Michael Wacha with an ERA of 4.0. Pitching for the White Sox is Eric Fedde with an ERA of 4.30. Wacha, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Fedde, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts. The Royals, coming off a White Sox win. All the stats are the same from the last one. Wacha hasn't been the best on the mound. Fedde hasn't been that great either. But Wacha's last start against the White Sox this season, he pitched 7 innings, gave up no runs, and had 8 strikeouts. So I do love that. And I'm rolling with the Royals in both games here. Next matchup, we got the New York Yankees versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Yankees opening up as road favorites at -115. Toronto -105 with the over-under at 8.5. Yankees coming into this matchup 12-6. Toronto 10-8. Pitching for the Yankees is Marcus Stroman with an ERA of 2.12. Pitching for Toronto is Kevin Gausman with an ERA of 11.57. Stroman, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Gausman, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 4 strikeouts. He's coming off back-to-back bad games, giving up 6 and 5 runs. The Yankees on a 3-game losing streak, 2-game losing streak against Toronto here. Toronto on a 4-game winning streak. They're playing well. The unders hit in Toronto 6 of their last 7 at home against the Yankees here. I think better days are ahead for Gausman. And the Yankees, they've just struggled this series hitting. Not sure why that is. Blue Jays are playing well. I'll take a shot with Toronto plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -260. The Nationals plus 210 with the over-under at 9.5. Nationals coming into this matchup 7-10. The Dodgers 12-8. Pitching for the Nationals is Jake Irvin with an ERA of 4.24. Pitching for the Dodgers is Landon Knack with an ERA of 0. Irvin, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Looks like Knack's getting his first start on the mound for the Dodgers here. Dodgers beating Washington yesterday 6-2. Finally getting a little win there. They've been struggling a bit. And nice to see the Dodgers finally get a decent win. They are 4-2 at home against Washington. The overs hit in 5 of their last 7 against Washington, so maybe the overs will play. Irvin coming off a 1-run game. Hasn't been that great, giving up 4 and 3 runs in his 2 prior games on the mound. We're going to see what Knack looks like in his start for the Dodgers today. I still like the Dodgers at home. I think they'll be all right. Coming off that nice one yesterday, I think they have a nice bounce back again as well. And I'll take the Dodgers at home. Next matchup, we got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Oakland Athletics. Cardinals opening up as road favorites at -150. Oakland plus 130 with the over-under at 8. Cardinals coming into this matchup 9-9. Oakland 7-11. Pitching for the Cardinals is Steven Matz with an ERA of 1.80. Pitching for Oakland is Paul Blackburn with an ERA of 0. Matz, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. Blackburn, he's been really good on the mound. Has not given up a run in his 3 starts on the mound. So he's been very good so far for the A's. St. Louis on a 2-game winning streak, coming off back-to-back Oakland wins. They've been very good this series. Matt's been pretty decent as well here. And I'm still going to roll with the Cardinals here. Might be a better matchup. Blackburn on the mound. We'll see if he can keep up his no-run streak he's been on, because he's been very good. But I still think I'm going to roll with the Cardinals on the road here. Next matchup, we got the Chicago Cubs versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks opening up as home favorites at -120. The Cubs plus 100 with the over-under at 9. Cubs coming into this matchup 10-7. Arizona 9-9. Pitching for the Cubs is Jordan Wicks with an ERA of 5.68. Pitching for Arizona is Brandon Pfaadt with an ERA of 6.48. Wicks, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pfaadt, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 4 strikeouts. He's coming off 2 bad starts on the mound, giving up 6 and 5 runs. The Cubs losing a tough one yesterday, 12-11. A nice win for Arizona. And yeah, I just don't love Pfaadt on the mound for Arizona, coming off 2 bad starts. And I think I'm going to take a shot with the Cubs plus 1.5 on the road here. Next matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Padres opening up a slight road favorites at -115. The Padres -105 with the over/under at 8.5. Padres coming into this matchup 11-9. The Brewers 10-6. Pitching for the Padres is Michael King with an ERA of 4.19. Pitching for the Brewers is Freddie Peralta with an ERA of 2.55. King, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Peralta, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 11 strikeouts. The Padres on a 3-game winning streak, coming off back-to-back Milwaukee wins. They've been good in this series so far. Milwaukee on a 3-game losing streak. The over's hit in 6 of the last 6 games between these two, so maybe the over is a good play. Peralta been good on the mound this season. King coming off a 4-run game. It's been tough because Brewers haven't been able to cover on the run line so far this series. But I do like Peralta on the mound. I think they bounce back today and can get the cover and win. I'll take the Brewers +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Seattle Mariners. Seattle opening up as home favorites at -135. The Reds +115 with the over/under at 7.5. Reds coming into this matchup 9-8. The Mariners 8-10. Pitching for the Reds is Andrew Abbott with an ERA of 2.60. Pitching for Seattle is Bryce Miller with an ERA of 1.96. Abbott, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Miller, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Miller coming off 2 good starts on the mound here. Cincinnati on a 2-game losing streak, back-to-back losses against the Mariners. Haven't really played well in this series so far. They are just 1-9 on the road against Seattle, so they've really struggled against the Mariners here. Miller been very good on the mound. So is Abbott. Abbott's been solid as well. But Miller coming off those back-to-back 0-run games here. Not sure what's up with the Reds. Haven't been able to cover on the run line either. And I think I'm going to take a shot with the team playing good. Better pitching matchup today. I'll take the Mariners at home. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Rockies versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at -225. The Rockies +185 with the over/under at 8. Rockies coming into this matchup 4-14. The Phillies 10-8. Pitching for the Rockies is Ryan Feltner with an ERA of 3.38. Pitching for the Phillies is Christopher Sanchez with an ERA of 3.52. Feltner, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Sanchez, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Colorado on a 4-game losing streak, back-to-back Philly losses. They've only scored once so far in these 2 games. Actually, even their last 3 games, they've only scored 1 run, so it's been very bad for the Rockies here. They're 0-5 on the road against the Phillies. Sanchez coming off a good start on the mound here. I just don't trust the Rockies. They've been a mess. I'll take the Phillies at home. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Angels versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at -130. The Angels +115 with the over/under at 10, or at the over/under at 8. Angels coming into this matchup 8-9. The Rays 10-8. Pitching for the Angels is Reed Detmers with an ERA of 1.04. Pitching for the Rays is Zach Littell with an ERA of 1.17. Detmers, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Littell, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. The Angels, coming off a Tampa Bay loss. Close one yesterday, nice win for Tampa Bay. Both teams splitting a game so far in this series. Angels are just 4-14 against Tampa Bay. Haven't been the best head-to-head there. Pretty good pitching matchup today. Both pitchers giving up 2 total runs in their last 3 starts here. So, both pitchers playing well. And Yeah, I don't know. Flip-flop series so far makes it very tough really makes it tough to bet on, to be honest. But Angels have been able to cover. They covered in the loss, and then they got the win. I'm going to take a shot with the Angels plus 1.5 on the road. Then the last matchup, we got the Cleveland Guardians versus the Boston Red Sox. Boston opening up as home favorites at minus 145. Cleveland plus 125 with the over-under at 9. Cleveland coming into this matchup 12-5. Boston 9-9. Pitching for Cleveland is Ben Lively with an ERA of 0. Pitching for Boston is Tanner Houck with an ERA of 2.04. Lively, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 13 runs, had 2 strikeouts. I mean, that's about as bad as a start you'll ever get in the league. Houck, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 2 strikeouts. It was just a rough game against the Cubs. That's how it goes. His prior games, he gave up 2 and 3 runs there. So I think that was just one of those fluke kind of, horrible games. Cleveland is on a 3-game winning streak, back-to-back wins against Boston. They're 6-0 on the road right now, and they're playing well. I'm just going to disregard that last game from Lively, and I think Cleveland's a good dog today with how they've pretty much dominated the series so far. I'm going to take a shot with Cleveland plus 1.5 on the road. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Wednesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good one.